Hi everyone, my name is Manasi. I'm back again with my third video on financial modeling. Let me just sum it up. Over the last couple of last couple of videos, I have explained you the purpose of financial modeling. All right, when you're preparing a financial modeling, there are a couple of a couple of things that you have to put together in order for it to be efficient and effective. All right, to the viewer of your financial modeling. I explained you that financial modeling is a part of a business plan. I have explained you three major points that you have to mention on your business plan, starting by a business description, financial modeling, and marketing strategy. I am going to be very much focused on financial modeling. All right, how are you going to design your financial, how are you going to make sure that there's going to be enough cash flow so you can return the investment of your investor. All right, so the first topic here I'm going to be talking about is capital expenditure. All right, let me just tell you something. Just assume you're just about to open your stationery business. All right, and you need 10,000 USD. Hey, you come up to me and tell me, hey man, I need 10,000 USD. I need to open a stationery business. All right, you may be my very close friend or a very close relative of mine, and I can give the money, but I want to make sure, how are you going to generate profit? This is the question. I don't want to waste my funds. I don't want to put my fund just randomly like this into random activity. All right, I need to know, how are you sure that you will be able to generate enough profits so I can get back my investment, my principal, and I can get some profit on top of it. All right, this is the main thing. This is the reason why you have to come up with a plan. You need to come up with a plan, and this plan is a financial modeling. This is the very most important part of a business plan. All right, you're gonna tell me, all right, man. See, first of all, I'm gonna need an office. All right, or I'm gonna need a shop or a store, whatever it is, whatsoever. Then, second of all, I'm gonna need inventory. All right, I need to buy pens and papers and all that. I'm gonna need office equipment. I need an office chair. I need a computer. I'm gonna be maybe needing also software, accounting software. All right, I'm gonna need this and this and that. You're gonna tell me what you're gonna need and how much it's gonna cost, which area you're gonna put your business on, and what is the expectation, the average sales expectation per day. All right, then I will get an idea, I will get a clue. Okay, this guy can really generate profits and I can really recover my money if I invest my money in his business. I'm pretty much sure that within maybe a couple of years or within 1 year I will be able to get my investment, which include my profits also. Do you understand? This is the reason. So before you start anything, before you tell me how much I'm sorry, you need to know how much. I'm sorry, let me come again. I got lost. Before you tell me how much money you need first of all to know what asset do you need. All right? From the moment you know what asset you need, from the moment you know what is the value of the assets you need, then you can project how much you want, how much you need to make it possible. All right, this is exactly what we're gonna do here. We will try to figure out how much we need for our business. All right, so in order for you to know how much you need for your business, you will have to start with the capital expenditure. What is capital expenditure? I think that for those who have a finance major, background, they might already know what is expenditure. There is a difference between expenditure and expenses. Those are two different terminology. It means differently. All right. Capital expenditure is an acquisition of assets. When you're purchasing assets, for instance, you into a commercial vehicle business, your transportation business, I mean to say, all right, you purchase a commercial vehicle for 10,000 USD. All right, that commercial vehicle of yours, which you have purchased for value to 10,000 USD, represent an asset. All right, because you will be using it to generate profit. You will be using it to recover your investment and to recover the profit and to get the profit as well. Do you understand? There is two terms. There is recovery of your investment, of your capital, and there is a profit. A profit is not the recovery. All right? Recovery means that whatever money you have invested, you were able to recover that. The full amount means you are not at loss. We call it break even. All right, you break even point. I think that you might be familiar with this term. You might check on Google, get some example of break even point, BEP. All right, you break even. All right. However, you need an interest also because nobody want to waste time. There is a concept we call time value of money. Means that a dollar today is much more worth than a dollar tomorrow. Because if I will invest my money, if I would keep my money with me, I would have invested it somewhere else and generate yield more profit on top of it. All right. But the moment I put my money in your business, I freeze the funds for 1 year, for instance. And if there is no profit on top of it, then it's a loss for me. All right, because I could have invested it somewhere else. So capital expenditure means the acquisition of assets. All right. However, an expenses is like paying salary. All right, eating out in restaurants. All right, you consume it, and there is nothing. Expenses is usually short term. All right. However, expenditures is long term. You're purchasing something that will be used for a long term. That thing is very crucial for the business and profit generation. All right. So this is what is a capital expenditure. Basically, it's about what assets is it that you're gonna buy. Then you have a bank deposit. I have put that together because all these three things usually come together. All right. You buy, what is it that you buy? For instance, I'm telling you, I'm just gonna keep it very short. For instance, I'm telling you, I am buying office equipment. All right, I'm buying office equipment. Apart from office equipment, for instance, I'm buying two bicycle, or yeah, two bicycle. No, let me just keep it simple. Office equipment only. All right. Office equipment is an asset. All right. This will come in category of capital expenditure. So and capital and apart from that, I have spent. Let's assume I have spent like 5,000 USD. All right. I got distracted by the call, the phone call, and apart from office equipment, assume I am buying a building. All right. This is just an example, right? I'm buying a building worth 20,000. Then I'm buying machinery. What is machinery? Machinery is anything that you use that can help you to transform raw material to finished goods. All right. So machinery, assume buying machinery for 10,000. All right. Okay. So those are the different things. Those represent capital expenditure. All right. You understand here? These represent capital expenditure. All right. Then next thing you have here, assume you have expenses. Okay. For instance, like salary. Salary is a short-term expenses. All right. It's short-term. If you understand, you paying you paying 1,000. All right. For salaries. Okay, let me turn off my phone. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is getting a little bit distract of the track. All right, so you pay salary for 1,000. All right, this is not expenditure, this is an expenses. I hope you understand what is the difference between expenditure and expenses. So capital expenditure is the acquisition of assets. You need to buy assets. Do you understand? You need to buy assets in order for your business to stand on its feet. You gotta buy asset first. All right. So when purchasing assets, you need to keep in mind that there is two. Wait a minute, let me just mention here. There is an estimated cost and there is an actual cost. Always mention that in your business plan. All right. You don't need to fill up the actual cost now because you will get to know that once you're ready to start. But for the projection purpose, all right, only for the projection purpose, so you can show to your investor, you can keep it as an estimate. All right. So this is the estimate price and this is the actual price of your expenditure. All right. Let me just show you an example of capital expenditure, how I built it in past. All right, we here capital. Yeah, this is the right page. You can see here, I will show you how to build it. We will build it together, but first you need to understand very much deeper the concepts of capital expenditure. Today I will be discussing only about this. All right, and just look here, you got land. This is the first asset. When it comes to assets, just remember the first asset is land. All right, on the list of assets. Then you got buildings. Okay, because land is the longest term asset. All right, it's land because land will never expire, land will never lose value. Land is there forever. All right, so this is the longest living asset. All right, you have first of all land. After land, you got buildings. You can see here in yellow, you got building here. All right, then whatever numbers of building you have, like main office, headquarter, maybe admin office. If it's enough, like for instance, you have outsource, then you have another office, outsourced office. I can add it here. Okay, outsource. Maybe in Japan or whatever country you have outsourced it, and one outsourced office. Okay, which you have purchased. Okay, if it's on rent, you don't need to mention that because it's not an asset. Rent is an expenses. You understand? Asset is what you have purchased. It belongs to you. All right. And, for instance, you have outsource office, two outsource office. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Two outsource office. Okay, average price per office you purchase for 20,000. Average. All right. Okay, then the total cost, the total value of your office is 40K. All right, I will explain you what is economic life. Like office doesn't have economic life. All right, because this is a building. All right, I hope you understand that building doesn't lose value; it increase value. So there is no economic life. Okay, so it's not available. Okay, so not available. I think I should put. Oops, wait a minute. Yeah, I will try to explain you how to build it because this was already meant for something, some other assets. All right, this is just for description purpose, so you can understand very much clearly. Okay, then third, you got here machinery. All right, like this company is a juice making company, so you got to buy juice machine, 15 machine, 100 USD per unit, and this is calculated automatically. And economic life of a single machine is 2 year. All right, I will explain you. Every asset that you buy has an economic life. Economic life means the time that machine can serve you. All right, the time that asset. I'm sorry, the time the assets can serve you. All right, some assets has a long term. Some asset goes to infinite. They will never expire. It can serve you for lifetime. All right, but some asset has they have economic life, like this one, juice machine, for instance, and mixer. The mixer, 10 units, 45 per unit, 450 is the total price, and economic life estimated to 2 years. All these need to be calculated, all right? Because why you need to calculate economic life? Because each and every year there is a loss in value. Your asset will depreciate, means that it will lose value every year. So if you have purchased a mixer for $100, after 1 year it might be worth $90 in the market. You understand? After 2 years, maybe it might be worth $50 in a market. Means it's losing value because it's working every day. You understand? So that loss of value constitutes a depreciation which needs to be mentioned on your financial statement. Depreciation is not an expenses. All right, it's a loss of value. You are losing value. Actually, you will not consider depreciation as an expenses, as an expense. I'm sorry, but you will consider depreciation as a loss of value. It's a waste of money. All right, you understand? I can call it like that. It's not an expenses. All right. After every year, your assets. If somebody has to buy your company, all right, all this will come into picture because he will want to know for how long you've been using this, all right, and what is the value of your company at that point of time. This is the purpose of depreciation. It helps at the time of company acquisition, all right, sale and acquisition. Then you got office equipment, all right. Office equipment. What is office equipment? There is a difference between office equipment and office, all right, or building. Office equipment is whatever, all the tools, all the equipment that you need inside your office in order for you to be operational, fully operational. All right, I have mentioned a couple of office equipments like desk, comfortable chairs, file cabinets, work lighting, client seating, fireproof safe and desktop and calculators and bookcases, postcases and all that, etc. All right, any numbers of unit and price per unit and total cost and economic lifetime. Always very important to mention for every item you have. Just have an estimate of economic lifetime. In case you don't know what is economic lifetime of your assets, you can check with the manufacturer. All right, how long can it last? What is the warranty they're giving? All right, for how long you can run that appliance or the machine. You need to check it with the manufacturer in case you're not very familiar with I mean the lifetime of that asset. This is the purpose of office equipment, I mean economic life. Okay, you have various office equipment, all this comes into picture. Then automobile. Just remember, in this page we're talking about assets, acquisition of assets. You're buying assets to make your business run. All right, so you're not buying inventory yet, you're buying assets. All right, although inventory is a part of assets, but here we're talking about long-term asset first. All right, inventory is a short-term asset. We will come into that at the time we're building financial modeling. You will understand, because till now I'm just trying to show you how it works. Okay, from all this pre-built modeling that I made in the past. All right, and automobile is also an asset. Bikes, auto, and like for instance, one bikes is worth 1,000 USD. You have purchased two, all right, two units, 2,000. Economic life of that bike, assume is four. Economic life is 4 year, all right. So it means that every year you are losing value of the bike, and I will explain you how depreciation works also very much later. And then you have miscellaneous, all right. And miscellaneous, you can put any, I mean all these various items that comes into your mind, you can just mention them there. Then finally you got a total cost of your assets. From the total cost of your assets you have an idea how much you can tell your investor how much you need. All right, not at this point, because you need to add expenses also. You need to make sure that you can pay salary as well, all right, and marketing fees and all that. But at least you know how much assets you need, what is the value of the assets, how much you need to invest. All right, then you have total depreciation for that year. All right, you have an idea, and when you remove the depreciation minus, you have an idea what could be the resale value of your assets. All right, in case you want to sell them after 1 year, you know that your assets value will be equal to this much. All right, uh yeah, I think till here it was very much clear. In case you have any question, please don't hesitate to pop the question on my YouTube channel, and you can also directly write me on WhatsApp. You can write me on Facebook. I'm about to open a Facebook page, and if you have any doubts, I can help you. We can do video Skype calls, so I can help you how you can build that for your own business. It's free of cost, but just remember that most of my time I'm mostly available on weekend, as on weekdays I'm so much busy, I won't be able to help at that time, but on weekends you can have me available by evening time. I can help. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you have a great time, and I also hope that you understood every single step that I have explained here, and I'll catch you up on the next video. Thank you.